back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm fixing to bring you episode 6 in my 2023 Fall Decor series. And in this one, you guys, time has gotten away from me. Honest to Pete, what I'm gonna be doing in this video is revealing my hutch, the desk, and a corner cabinet that I have over here. And I will take you through each shelf and show you how I decorated it, and I will tell you where things are from if I purchased anything like these pumpkins I got from Hobby Lobby along with the plates and the chargers above. But I will tell you where to get what I've gotten, and isn't much new. Most of the things that you're going to see in this video are things that I have pulled from my coffers and just reused again, only in different places and in different ways. So also in this one, I am going to do a funky bow tutorial, and I will give you a minute mark. When I start the bow, I will give you a minute mark as to where it ends, because I know a lot of you have seen me do bow tutorials umpteen times, but folks have been asking me if I would please do a funky bow tutorial. So I'm going to do a 9-loop funky bow tutorial in this one too. But the kids are coming here on Wednesday. You are seeing this on Tuesday. And y'all, I'm just out of time. I'm just completely out of time. And I also, the next thing that I'm going to be doing in the scheme of things here is my dough bowl for here on the kitchen table and to set up the kitchen table. And I want to leave my table clean and clear for when the kids are here, because we're going to have many meals here, and between outside and inside, it's awful hot outside to be eating outside. So I figure we'll eat here at this table, you know. So I want to leave this table cleared off. But after that, after the dough bowl, then we'll move into the living room, dining room, and foyer. And the palette is going to lighten up. But I hope you like what I've done. I'm very happy with what I've created here. Something totally different for the top of the hutch and somewhat different for the top. Well, you'll just see it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else to bring you. Not really. My outfit of the day is really and truly not much, because again, it's old capris and this top. This top I've had for years and years and years. I wore this on a Mexican Riviera cruise with Barb and her sister Patty back several years ago, and it barely fit me then, and it's a little big on me now. So I'm almost not wanting to show you this, just because it is kind of hanging on me again, like that other shirt did the other day, you know. So it really doesn't fit me as well as it could. But ankle capris are from Avenue, but these have zippers on the cuffs, you know, that go up about 4 inches up the leg, and they don't have these particular ankle pants anymore. In fact, they don't really have any ankle pants. So, you know, but anyway, it might give you an idea for an outfit. My same black necklace that I wear, pretty much 3 to 4 times a week, and my mama's pink earrings, pink and black earrings, same jewelry, you know, and everything. So, but anyway, as I said, I'm out of time this week, you guys. Unfortunately, this will be the last video of mine this week. I will be back next week, someday, with the dough bowl, and moving forward from there in the fall decor. I did want to haul one thing for you. We stopped in at Marshall's on our way home. I just wanted to poke my head in there and just to see what kind of fall decor that they had. And they had a bunch of Halloween, you guys, a bunch of Halloween. And of course they had pumpkins of every color, which I already have pumpkins of every color. So I ended up purchasing a nice big chunky throw. I love a big chunky throw. And you know, I have my faux fur throws, but I saw this, and it's like a knitted throw. And I just thought, oh my goodness, that is so pretty. And it's kind of almost like a grayish color. I know it's telescoping gray to you guys there, but look, when I put this with it, look at that. Look how well that matches. And it all matches really, really nicely on my couch. So I'm gonna layer this on top of this probably. and put it on the back of my couch probably. Maverick loves to wrap up in blankets, so that's why I went ahead and got this now, because he's coming, you know. So does Candace. She's always cold, wrapping up in a blanket, you know. So I always like to have a bunch of blankets around so everybody can just get cozy, you know. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. It was $24.99, and I didn't buy anything else. That's it. That's all I bought. I couldn't find one thing that I wanted out of Marshall's today, which is unusual, but I didn't find anything. So anyway, all right, let me turn my camera, and I'm going to teach you how to do a 9-loop funky bow, and then probably I'll come back and do my final words. Look, while I'm looking at you, and then we'll get up and I'll take you around all 3 of these, this hutch, the desk, and the corner shelf. All right, be right back. Let me get my camera situated. Okie dokie, here we go. What you'll need for a funky bow, depending on how many loops you want in your bow and how many different patterns of ribbon you want in your bow, you will need said patterns of ribbons. In this case, I've got 3 different patterns, and you'll need a pipe cleaner, and you'll need a measuring tape, and you'll need a pair of scissors. And that's it. That's it. So what I've done here is I have cut 9 strips of ribbon because I'm making a 9-loop funky bow. So I needed 1 strip per loop in the bow. And this is the combination of ribbon that I've chosen. Now, choosing your ribbon, I think, is super important. And I think of this differently than other people. And maybe it's a little old-fashioned, the way I think of things, for instance. So, in other words, old-fashioned meaning I don't like to mix checks and stripes. So I wouldn't put a check, a solid, and a stripe. It would need to be either scarecrows, and you know, when we're thinking fall ribbons, scarecrows or leaves, or like this, acorns, things like that. Now you could choose a leaf pattern with this too, pull out the leaves instead of the solid, but this time I chose the solid because I didn't have a leaf pattern that would match. This is all very old ribbon. I can't tell you where I got this ribbon. It is super old, all of it. So I might have gotten this from Perpetual Ribbons, but that's it. The rest of it is very old. So what you see here is I have 3 strips of each type of ribbon, and then I have 1 more strip cut at, these are all cut at 21 inches. And this one is cut at 24 inches, folded it in half, and we're gonna snug this up, and that will be our 2 tails at the end. So let's get started doing this. Pull out your measuring tape and pick up your first loop. And I'm gonna set myself up a pattern. I'm gonna fold the piece of ribbon completely in half, flatten it out. I'm gonna go to the end of the measuring tape, and I'm gonna go to right about 5.5 inches. Pick it up, and I'm gonna pinch it together right at that place at 5.5 inches. So now I just kind of, you know, fluff out my loop, and then I go to the back tail, because sometimes you have one-sided ribbon. As a matter of fact, I'll show you when we get to the acorns. It is one-sided ribbon, but I always twist that back ribbon, that back tail, because for one thing, if it has two sides to the ribbon, it pulls the right side forward. Also, it helps to separate the tails. So that's our first loop in our 9-loop funky bow. So we're gonna set up a pattern, and we're gonna go to the next pattern, or in this case, solid, in our line of ribbons. I'm gonna fold it in half, go to 5.5 inches, and then I'm gonna turn it down from center. Think of my left thumb, of this thumb, as the center of the bow. And when I say up from center or down from center, just think of this as the center of the bow. And I'm either gonna point the loop up from center or down from center. And each time I add a loop in, we're gonna take the next one in the pattern, we're gonna switch directions of the loop. So 5.5 inches, pick it up, pinch it together right at that point, and twist that back tail to bring that, see that right side up. So there's our first 3 loops in our 9-loop funky bow. So then we start the pattern over again. Flatten it out, go to 5.5 inches and twist it, turn it so that the loop is pointing down from center. Accordion it in there, like side by side by side. Don't push it, don't put the ribbon underneath or on top. Do it side by side by side. It makes it easier for me anyway. And then take the next one, 5.5 inches, and point it up from center. Point that loop up from center. Now you can see I'm running out of these 2 fingers pinched. I'm running out of room. So what I'm doing, I'm twisting that back tail again, is I'm allowing this to slip back into the crook of my finger, and I'm not holding it so tight where I'm shaking or where I'm causing cramping in my hand. I will let up on it, see that, every now and again, and that helps. You know, my hand, when I get a cramp, it cramps right in there. So if I let up on it a little bit, that helps alleviate that cramp, you know? So where are we? Okay, up from center. So here we go with the acorn. Let's finish this thing up. So go to 5.5 inches and turn that loop down from center. Remember, every time we want to switch directions of that loop, the way you turn that loop or point that loop. And then we're going to do 3 more, and that is going to give us our 9 loops. And we're going to point it up from center. And go to that back tail and twist. Down from center. Accordion it in there, side by side by side, and twist. 1 more. 5.5 inches up from center, or up from the center of the bow. You don't need that anymore. Go to that back tail and twist. Now, you can see that that bow is all the way back in the crook of my hand. See that? That's taking up all of that room. And I'm not squeezing it so tight that I'm hurting myself, you know? All right, next thing we want to do is add the tails. So as I look at this bow, it's going to be a big round bow, but I'm going to say that this is going to be the bottom of the bow. So as I said, I folded this piece of 24-inch ribbon in half, so I have 12-inch tails, and I'm just going to go right at the folded part, and I'm just going to lay that and kind of accordion it in, but kind of lay it right up in there, and that is going to give me my 2 tails. So I get my pipe cleaner, and I'm going to lay it across my finger, but lift my fingers to get it in the center, of where I put all the loops. Added all the loops in, pull the bottom around the bottom and the top around the top. Yank on it this way. Use this hand as resistance and pull with this hand. Pull. Don't let go though. Move your fingers right up close to the bow. Move this hand around and really pinch, and then twist. Twist the pipe cleaner and twist the bow. Twist, 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 twist. Twist, twist, twist. You do not want this bow to come untwisted. So that's kind of a hot mess right there. But the key to any bow, to making any bow, whether it's purchased or whether you make it, is in the fluffing. And you can see some of the tails are coming up and through and intertwined with the loops, and that is perfectly, wonderfully fine with me. Sometimes they all lay in the back. Sometimes they come up and through. It's different every time I make a bow. I really don't care where the tails go. I might want to tweak them when I get this on whatever, which I don't have any plans to put it on anything right now. But whenever I put it on something, I'll tweak the tails to be how I want them to be. But as you can see, I'm going to put my hand on every single loop. And, you know, and it doesn't have to be all the way around. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. You know, let one come in front of another. Let another one kind of take a back seat to another. And just, you know, twist and, fluff to your heart's content until you get it exactly the way you want it to look. Trust me, it's, you know, it makes such a big, pretty bow and an interesting bow when you use 3 different patterns. Now, I make plenty of funky bows with just one pattern of ribbon or 2 patterns. you know, and they make such a pretty, I make an 8 loop with just 2 patterns, you know, doing 2 loops up, 2 loops down from center, 2 loops up, 2 loops down. Anyway, there you go. There is a pretty fall, funky bow. There we go, a 9 loop. This is the smallest of all the funky bows that I have. Again, I have I don't like that white. That white is really staring at me there. I think I'd rather move the white to the back and pull the oranges and the plaids up a little bit. And let the acorns take a back seat, kind of. See? Just depends on what makes your eyes happy, you know? There we go, I like that a little better. Anyway, it would be pretty tied on anything. Here we go, 9 loop funky bow. Look how thick of a bow it is too. It's a nice thick bow. Super pretty. Anyway, all right, you guys, I will be right back in front of the camera again, just a second. I tell you, I can't do a thing with my hair today. I washed it this morning, and I'll tell you, the day I wash my hair, it is the most fly away, and it loses all its curl. So anyway, it's driving me a little crazy. I go get it did or done. We say we get our hair did here in the South. That's what we say. That's how we say we're going to go get our hair done. We're going to go get our hair did. I do that on Friday, so after the kids leave. So they're staying till lunchtime, and my appointment's at 12:30 on Friday. I'm out of time, like I say. Anyway, all right, you guys, I'm going to go into my final words. Stick around, though, because we are going to do a little tour with me behind the camera and showing you all of the goodies that I've been working on late at night. I've been out here late at night working and tweaking and thinking, and you know, I knew I was going to have to do this particular video this way because I just needed to get all the stuff out of here so we could clean the floors and vacuum and all that stuff. And I just had too much stuff sitting around. So I needed to get finished to this point so I could have my company. I know you guys understand that. I know you guys do. So thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient with me, not doing a necessary decorate with me in this one. I appreciate it so very much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to invite you into my YouTube family. It's free to subscribe. And if you just hit that subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, and then you're gonna have a drop down window, and then hit all or whichever choice you would like. And then click the thumbs up that you like it, and share with your friends and family. And I would so appreciate it. Anyway, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for this one, you guys. And for the rest of this week, you know, I have been a busy girl. I've been a busy girl. We have really done a lot in the last couple of weeks, haven't we? We are just about done this side of the house, and we're ready to go into that side. So, oh my goodness, we're coming up on the end of August, right about on my good time frame here. So anyway, all right, I'm going to go into my final words. Thank y'all so much for all of your comments. I know I have not gotten back to, only when you ask questions, I try to answer questions, but I have not been able to get back to commenting. It's just been one thing after another, you guys. It's just, you know, life takes over sometimes, like I said. It's just been one thing after another. I'm making no excuses. I never make excuses, but it's been a little crazy. So anyway, I appreciate your patience. Thank y'all so much. When you see my heart show up, you know that I've read your comment and taken it to my heart. Please know that if there are any prayer requests, I do pray. And even if I only just put that heart, I do pray. Please know that. So anyway, again, I hope all is well with everyone. Thank y'all so much for stopping in here today. For those of you who might be struggling and suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits to bits to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye. Stick around though, because we're going to go look at all of my creations here. Be right back. Okie dokie, everybody. Here I am back behind the camera, fixing to give you guys a little bit of a tour of the 3 cabinets, if you will, that I have in this area of our home, and also a little cozy corner over there. So let's just start at the desk. This is a hooker desk that Chris actually picked out when we were moving into this house. He thought it would look beautiful here, and he is right. So this piece of furniture has been here ever since the day we moved in, literally. It got delivered that day. So the furniture store that we bought it from a local furniture store, Powell's Furniture, for those of you who are from the area. And they held on to all of the furniture until we were ready to move in. So they were very, very good to us. But anyway, I really didn't do a ton to this, other than I did remove, I have like a teapot up there and a couple of other things. I left some of my blue in place and actually added a blue pumpkin there. And you can see the 2 little orange pumpkins, this one, and then this one over here. I was in CVS the other night, and I bought those, $4.99 a piece. Aren't they cute? I just put some foliage in the bottle there, the blue and white bottle. And then you can see I have another, Chris calls it a cage pumpkin, and we got those from Walmart last year, and the other one I have over by the credenza, if you remember. So I think it turned out pretty. It is a lot going on up there, but I love it. That is a Pip Berry garland there across the front of the desk, and I just put blueberries into it as well. Do that for my everyday decor, and I thought it was pretty for now. I got this Pip Berry garland at Plow and Hearth years and years and years ago, you guys. Again, I really can't give you links for anything, unfortunately. You know, I can tell you where I got things and you can go look, but anyway, then down here, I just did a little bit of decor down here underneath. And that's just one of those chargers, and got this from Collections, etc., I believe, last year. And that's just a nice little grouping underneath there. And that is a light. The light does turn off. It's really pretty at night. All of the decor lights that you see go out with Alexa. I don't want to say her name. So they are only on when we're here. And then here's a throw. I don't remember where I got it, of pumpkins and leaves and so on. I did get this at the Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. Give thanks. And then over here, I did something different. First, this shelf. I purchased it from Dottie's Den because I felt like it matched being two-toned. See the two-toned wood here on the desk, sorry, on the desk. And then this was also two-toned. But this is not a hooker piece. This was about $100, I think, if I remember right, from Dottie's Den, which is no longer open for those of you in this area. But anyway, I just took an old tray of mine and put the Welcome Friends plaque in there. Rich, one of my dear friends who's been a subscriber of mine forever and a day, made me this fabric garland. He's from England. Thank you, Rich. I still use it. Wanted to show that to you. And then I just took a fabric pumpkin there. Again, nothing new in here. There's the funky bow I just made. That's where I decided to hang it. And yeah, this birdhouse I got from the Minuteman Mini Mall and brought it home, and Chris fixed it. I've got that for a song. So we gather here. That's out all year. My little board there. And then a 3-tiered pumpkin. That's pretty. Just bringing all the colors of fall in. Now I'm really happy with how my hutch turned out. Let me show you this cozy corner first, and then we'll move over to the hutch. This is just 2 crates. They used to be burgundy. We painted them black, and I just have one facing one direction and one standing up on its end, and kind of cattywamped in there. And yeah, just decorated it up for fall using an old tray. And so that's really cute, kind of just a little cozy corner snugged in there. And then the hutch, I removed everything except for the 2 lamps on either end. They stay up there all the time. And then I had gotten those ginger jars from At Home, I believe. not too long ago, and I thought that they would pair beautifully with everything that I have up there. So I did want to let you know the plaid 3-tiered, the pumpkin topiaries there on either side of the basket. I did get those from Walmart this year, and I can't remember how much they were, you guys. $12.99, $14.99, something like that. The picture you saw me haul, I did get it from Hobby Lobby, and then the tobacco basket I've had. So, and then just a couple of candlesticks up there. Also, I took those 2 leaf garlands that I got from Amazon, wrapped the 2 together. That's 2 6-foot garlands wrapped in with one another. And I did wrap my second box. I only had 2 boxes of those amber lights, and I did wrap that garland with those amber lights, and it is so pretty at night. So then the top shelf is 3 chargers and 2 plates from Hobby Lobby, and I love how that looks. The 2 houses on either end. My goal was to make this pretty much orange and white with touches of fall. You know, like I do Christmas is red and white. To go over closer and show you. This is actually a Jim Shore piece Chris got me for my birthday. It says count your blessings on this side, and then it also has count your blessings with a turkey on this side. But I put that out for Thanksgiving. This is, if you want to say this is my only Halloween decor, there you go. That's about as close as I get. And then these really cool little funky pumpkins. I got those last year, don't remember where. Somebody will remember where, because you guys are awesome at remembering where I get things. But they do light up and they are super cute. And you see all my milk glass. My mother-in-law gave me the boots, and I either bought the rest of it or it was gifted to me by you guys, or it was my grandmother's. So I just put some berries in that piece, and then let me move slow down here in this piece. You see my willow tree figurines. There's another little piece of hobnail milk glass there and there. These little candles, our little pumpkins, also came from Walmart. Super cute. And then this, if you remember, I had sand in these bottles and Gerber daisies for red, white, and blue for the patriotic. But this time I decided to put some more of that pumpkin bowl filler in the bottom. I believe I used 1/3 cup in each one. And then I just used some old picks that I had of acorns and berries and some more of those sunflowers that are linked in my Amazon box. And just made a little centerpiece there out of that. Very simply done. Very simple, but I think it's sweet. And then these pumpkins I turned 2, I got the pumpkin at Hobby Lobby, but then I turned a candlestick upside down and kind of makes it look like it's up on a pedestal. So just a little idea for you. But that's it, you guys. That'll about do it for this side of the house, other than my table. As you can see, it's empty. And it's gonna have a tablecloth and a runner and the big dough bowl on it. So I'm very happy with how this worked out. Talk about looking like fall in here. It really, really, really does. It really, 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 really does. So, alrighty, you guys, that's going to do it for me for this week. So I'm going to wish you guys the very best. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you get to see those you love and who love you. And if you don't get to see them, I hope you get to talk with them. Never let the day go by when you're talking to somebody without telling them you love them. If you're with them in person, give them a hug and let them know how much you love them, because you never know. We're never guaranteed our next day, right? So we never know. Anyway, a little pearl of wisdom there from me, one pearl. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Love you bunches. Bye-bye.